almost shifting. We got pizza, moving boxes, or else Checkers beats us. Life is rough here in the depths of space. If shit set comes a-knocking, we shoot them in the face. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. All right, I got another verse. I hear a boy coming right in my instant, and it just asks me why I blew them all away. But I feel so great now with sovereign Cargonia. Every round we stand our ground. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo.
Get back to work. That's a fight!
Look at this box. Yes, I was muttering to myself. I was getting the 3 instruction books downloaded. So, in the grand tradition of holy shit, we have a great big box. Let's open it up. And see what is inside. This is the most stable camera setup I have ever done, ever. There we go. All right. Just shush, Night Owl. Now, I have no idea how many episodes that this is going to take, and I highly suspect that I may alternate this build with cooking. I have my kitchen island built. I just need to get a replacement part for it. And as soon as that part comes in, I should be able to get cooking. Alright, let's open her up. There is an attraction and a charm inherent in the colossal that is not subject to ordinary theories of art. The tower will be the tallest edifice ever raised by man. Will it therefore be imposing in its own way? Gustave Eiffel. Gustave Eiffel. Oh God, is this... That's part of the... Oh, okay. The print just goes. And goes. Ah. Ah. I knew that was going to happen. Give me a sec. Yeah. Let me just put all of these daggum tiny Legos away. Yeah, I definitely don't have like two super tiny piles of Legos from New Schwanstein and the Endurance. No, definitely. Hey, I don't know how the hell that we would get around and do this. Or even if it's, like, possible to see who predicted what. But, is it possible to get a poll going, or a prediction going, with how many oopses this build is going to cause? Uh-oh. Ah, no, it just switched windows. I was gonna say, like, less than 50, 100 to, like less than 50, like 50 to like 250, 250 to 1,000, greater than 1,000. All right. That's off there. Put that cursed thing over there. Ah! Okay. Okay, let me get something a little bit more stable than a piece in the Lego box. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There we are. Downloads. Rename. 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 Yeah, do one for Oopsie. Do one for Oopsies today. I'd say less than 10, 20, 50, and 100. With a special fifth option for holy shit, how did he get so many? All right. Let's properly take a look at this box now. So, I like how this comes in. Look at that. It came in as 3 different boxes. I assume for the 3 different sections. So let's open up instruction book 1. So book 1. Go away, Adobe. Like, I don't care. I just want to view my PDF. I don't want all of your extras. The Eiffel Tower, La Tour Eiffel, is a striking iron lattice structure located on the Champ de Mars in France, in the French capital. It's named after the engineer Gustave Eiffel, whose company designed the tower as an impressive entrance to the 1886 Exposition Universelle, or World's Fair. Rising 1,063 feet into the air, it's one of the most recognizable structures in the world and an iconic symbol of both the city of Paris and of France. The original idea. When it was decided to mark the 100-year anniversary of the French Revolution with the World's Fair, an official competition was launched to find a suitable centerpiece for the exhibition. From the 107 different projects that were submitted, the committee selected Gustave Eiffel's vision for a 985-foot tall iron tower. 2 of his engineers, Maurice Cochlin and Emile Noguier, pardon me, France, I'm a stupid American, had already had an idea for a large pylon with 4 separate columns of latticework girders coming together at the top. Company architect Stephen Salvistre then proposed stonework pedestals to dress the legs and decorative arches to link the columns at the first level. Gustave Eiffel hoped the structure would come to symbolize not only the art of the modern engineer, but also the century of industry and science in which we are living. Gustave was born on December 15th, 1832 in Dijon. Hey, I have their mustard. Gustave was an exceptionally gifted engineer and builder. He graduated from École Centrale des Arts et Manufactures in 1855 and established his own construction company in 1864. I think I remember there being a bunch of stuff going around in America at that time. He made his name creating a large and varied number of metal structures, including everything from railway bridges to viaducts to the internal framework for the Statue of Liberty. Nice! He and his company were known for their ingenuity and inventiveness, which culminated in the construction of the Eiffel Tower. I ought to be jealous of the tower. She is more famous than I am. Gustave Eiffel's company produced over 5,000 drawings in preparation for joining the 18,038 individual pieces together to form the tower. Work on the foundation started on January 1887, and the assembly of the tower began on July 1st that year. All of the elements were prepared in Eiffel's factory located at Leviaux-Perret on the outskirts of Paris. The pieces were hauled up by steam cranes, which themselves climbed the tower as the construction continued. After 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days, the structure was completed, and in March 1889, Eiffel led a group of government officials and pressed to the top of the tallest structure in the world. Since elevators were not yet in operation, the ascent was made on foot and took over an hour. Here, Eiffel unfurled a large tricolor to the accompaniment of a 25-gun salute. Ooh, nice. Gustave Eiffel constructed and reserved a small apartment for himself at the top of the tower to entertain guests. It's now open to the public and complete with period decorations and lifelike mannequins of Eiffel and some of his notable guests. That's funny. That is so French. That is such a French thing to do. I am going to build the biggest structure in the fucking world for the glory of the nation of France, and I'm going to live at the top of it, and there's nothing that you can do about it. The position of each of the 2,050,000 rivet holes was specified to within 0.04 inches or 1 millimeter. Oh, wow. At the 1889 World's Fair contained over 61,000 individual exhibitors, 25,000 of whom were from outside France, and covered subjects such as science, technology, industrial engineering, and fine arts. The exposition stretched for over 2 large sites in the city and attracted 30 million visitors in the 6 months it ran. The Eiffel Tower itself proved an immediate success with the public, and lengthy queues formed to make the ascent. Tickets cost 2 francs for the first level, 3 for the second, and 5 for the top, with half-price admission on Sundays. By the end of the fair in October of 1886, the tower alone had nearly 2 million visitors. The tower as the gateway to the fair. Oh, that is great. Builders, architects, and engineers always had a desire to reach the stars and create tall buildings. As tools and technologies improved through time, so did the scale and magnitude of those efforts. The Eiffel Tower was the first structure in the world to surpass both the 656-foot, 200-meter, and 984-foot, 300-meter mark in height, and become the tallest man-made structure when it was completed in 1889. It would remain so until 1930. Wow. When the 1,046-foot tall Chrysler Building opened in New York. Eiffel had a permit for the tower to stand for 20 years, after which it was to be dismantled. He successfully argued that the structure was valuable for communication and scientific purposes, and the tower was allowed to stand. A meteorology lab and a small wind tunnel were installed, and over 5,000 scientific tests were carried out. With the advent of wireless telegraphy, the top of the tower would be modified to accompany an ever-growing number of antennas, plus a television mast that would extend the height of the tower to 1,063 feet, or 324 meters. Today, the Eiffel Tower also welcomes more visitors than any other paid monument in the world, an estimated 7 million people per year. Some 500 employees are responsible for its daily operation, ensuring that eager crowds enjoy panoramic views of the city. Can one think that because we are engineers, beauty does not preoccupy us, or that we do not try to build beautiful, as well as solid and long-lasting structures? Ooh, I was lucky enough to have been at the top of the Eiffel Tower twice as a boy. Senior Lego designer Rock Zglan was part of the team that brought the Lego version of the Eiffel Tower to life. My goal was to blend great Lego execution with design principles of the original tower. I tried to follow the structural principles of the real tower as closely as the Lego system would allow. For example, the load-bearing trusses on the model are placed just like on the original. And just like the original, the critical stage of LEGO construction is joining the legs at the first level. The biggest challenge of a set of this size is to make it stable and buildable, and to translate the final model to the logical flow of a LEGO building instructions guide. To ensure that it is easy enough to follow without mistakes, yet still challenging enough to be engaging throughout the building process. I am humbled to have played a part in translating one of the most recognizable structures in human history into a LEGO model. I've made smaller versions of the tower before, but this one, the tallest LEGO model to date, is very different scale-wise. Wow, what a view. Well, let's... Oh, shoot! Get building. Ugh. I feel like I just read an entire manifesto. All right. Hey everybody. Welcome to my legs. Yes, I just opened up a beer with a pair of scissors. Sue me. Can you see me? Oh my lord. Oh my word, I am so excited for this. I am very excited for this. Hey Mo. How you doing, buddy? Oh my word. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, these are some interesting little base plates right there. Let's get all these extra bags out of the way. Oh my gosh. Wilf, have you seen how many pieces this is? It's also a lot of Technic, I see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They have to come from the can't attach anything to the underside region of Denmark. Otherwise, they're just large sparkling plates. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I have my work cut out for me. Yes, the back of it was kind of, was a little heavy, but I suspect that might be just due to the bulk of Lego being back there. I'd also expect the stern to sit a few feet into the back, because, it has the engine back there, you know? Alrighty. This is a build. Let's get started, folks. That was bag one, yes? That was bag one. And two. Okay. I was about to say, I don't see the wee brick. The wee as in small. W-E-E. Also, Mo, I have a potential day for you. Well, 45 minutes in, and we're finally putting bricks on other bricks. If you can manage it, I am potentially going to think of, I'm going to potentially try and invade the Desirs for the weekend of the 4th and 5th of October. The Eiffel Tower cost almost 8 million gold francs, or about 1.5 million US to build. All right, let's go. Holy cow! No, so my mother's medical procedure went a lot better this week than last month. So actually didn't have to rush getting home, but then it's a lot of bricks. Why do I have a feeling that this build is just going to be a lot of, and then suddenly bricks? I just needed to take a nap when I got home. Hey, can someone do me a favor and do a calculation for me? Can someone please, $630 divided by 10,001 pieces, and tell me what the price per brick of this set is. $0.06, that's not bad. They want the price per brick to be about, like, under 10, right? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Technic structure. I've heard some of those Marvel sets get some real crappy price per bricks. Okay, please explain chicken parm omelet. I understand chicken parm. I understand omelet. I do not understand chicken parm omelet. Oh, Doc, we get to see the arena version of the Spider-Man. Interpretation of the legendaries was for Green Goblin. Just a human and a goblin goatees giving each other guff. The best strength of will, which best remaining has to be hot dog cart, treat trolley. But the last two may need because I really love Bloombro and the ghost cards are set there. Alright. Let's see if you have... Let's see all these genres. Do you have Eurofunk? Eurobeat. Euro. Because we're in France. Oh yeah, this isn't going to be distracting at all. Okay, this set is going to have some very interesting deconstruction techniques if ever it is wanted to be deconstructed. At least it's no UCS Imperial AT-AT. Samurai, what is the problem with the Imperial AT-AT? Or with the UCS version, at least. The one where people were just like, oh no, you can't deconstruct these legs. And I'm just like, this is like specifically built to be a display model. Like, why would you want to deconstruct it? So how is this technically not a base plate? It's a plate, and it's on the base. All about that base, about that base. And I mean, it's like, you don't have to disassemble it, like, completely. You just had to disassemble it enough to get the legs and shit off. And you could just keep that little module constructed. Huh. Okay, so these are just large plates, then. Okay. Thank you for explicitly saying times fucking 4. I don't actually have many, if at all, Technic sets. I like how some of them look, some of the modern sets look, but I personally like Lego more for the model building aspect. And the Technic sets give the inspiration of what they are. Like almost like a wireframe, you know? Which is cool. And they do have some of the best play functions of Lego sets that I know of. But I just don't really have the time, space, nor money to get invested in Technics. Now, I've seen what was the James Bond Aston Market? Was the James Bond Aston Martin? Was that a Technic set or was that an actual set? Okay. But yeah, it's like they are nice, and I like what I see them doing, but it's just not a it's just not a theme that speaks to me. Out of everything, it seems the most gimmicky. Excuse me. Where's the sultry trombone when you need it? We only paid for the sad trombone. Mom, can we get trombone? No, we have trombone at home. Trombone at home. Wah, wah, wah. Hello, Grimos! Grimos, how goes the goblin activities? You found a dude in World War One. Huh. Look, they're... I was gonna say, it's just like, in particular, for World War One, like, no side was explicitly bad or good. It was just lots of really shitty political posturing by assholes in charge that led to pretty much the modern geopolitical world scale. Alright, yes, Samurai, I'm not going to, yes. What's up? What you got, Samurai? Especially when you gotta start filling in with reinforcements. I still love the picture of Kaiser Wilhelm, King George, and Tsar Nicholas as boys, and you're just like, these boys are triplets. Okay, that is impressive then. I'm gonna put a pin in this line of commentary by pulling a Mr. Mackey and just saying, war is bad, okay? I actually have a King George penny. A Canadian King George penny. I know it's in my house, and I know I have it like in my treasure chest or something. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I have a King George penny. I'm just like, ooh, look, Canadian penny. That's not Queen Elizabeth. Or, no, it was Edward, right? King George... King George abdicated to be with the divorced actress in the midst of World War II, right? And then King Edward, his brother, assumed the throne, which is how we got Queen Elizabeth, right? Or was it the other way around? Edward and then George? I'm talking about the one who did the quote-unquote King's Speech. Calling him Eddie 8. At least he's not Henry. He's Henry the 8th, he is. Henry the 8th, he is. Then it was, no, King George, it's a King George penny then. It was like, from like 47 or so, I think. And it wasn't just that she was a commoner, it's that she was a divorced commoner. Something like that, right? And had many unsavory rumors about her. If that's one thing that I would really love to come back into fashion, bitchin' beards and hats. And apparently we can point the blame to hats to one man. Apparently, JFK is the reason why hats are not in fashion anymore. And it's even on his ill-fated tour through Texas he was offered a really, really, really nice Stetson by the Texas state government and declined it. Said, no, I don't wear hats. And then Dallas happened, and well, here we are. I just think facial hair should make a comeback. It's like, apparently, like, the hat manufacturers were legitimately trying their damnedest, like, almost as aggressive as lobbyers in DC to get JFK to wear a damn hat. I'm not saying he would have survived. And now it's like the only time you find like proper bitchin' hats on in a gentleman's wardrobe is if they're doing period pieces or are from Texas. No. No. Agreed. For Night Owl's sake, let's try and keep civilized. No, Grimos, we did not cast Fireball last night. We cast Meteor Swarm. Hello, Grumble Doggo. Wrist. Alright. 3 and 4. And these. I really... Okay, so here's a topic of conversation for y'all to get us onto something fun to talk about. What is your favorite national monument or park? And it doesn't have to be American, that you've ever visited. Ever visited, ever been to, you know, that just struck you just like, holy cow, A, that looks really cool, B, how the hell did they build that? Okay. Space Needle. Space Needle's a good one. Grand Hotel, very nice. Castle Hill, can't say I've ever heard of that. Then again, I don't know many Central European monuments. Chrysler Building, very good. Yeah, Chrysler's really cool. I like learning about Neolithic mining sites like that, because you're just like, you're looking at that and you're just like, yes, they obviously mined this, but A, how did they find it? And B, how did they get to it? You know? I remember hearing about I watched a documentary about ancient copper mines in and around Eurasia, I think it was, like Turkey or something, like ancient copper mines, and you're looking at it and you're just like, okay, so they found some really weird rocks up on top and then just dug down until they found other stuff? It's wild. And then it's like, because they picked up everything easily gotten to on top, it's like you're looking at it, and you're just like, how did they know that was there? Aliens, I guess. Load you accursed web page. No, oh, am I starting to get fucked with? Yes, I got messed with a little bit. Alright, how many of these do we need? Alright, 4. I wonder if my dad is up at the moment, because I would like to see if we can't find the pictures. But apparently, and I do not remember this, despite the pictures and being told, apparently, I've been to Paris. And I've been to the Eiffel Tower. And there is allegedly a picture of me looking straight up in wonderment. And then a picture of my uncle holding me by the ankles. Looking straight up. Let me go see if that was one of the people that could find this picture. I will be right back. But yes, we apparently, when we were living over in England, when Dad was stationed over there, I know I've told many stories about my time living in England. We had some family come over and visit us, and we took a hovercraft ferry across the English Channel. And the story goes that I spent my time in the kids area in the ball pit. But I was about 2 or so. And while I do remember things from around that time, I do not remember the Eiffel Tower. Which I really want to. But I'm not going to force myself to remember something and implant a false memory in my head. Just like, I legitimately do not remember the Eiffel Tower. But I do remember quite a lot of England. I remember going to a couple of the castles. Remember going to Windsor Palace, and they were under reconstruction, renovation. I don't remember a lot of Stonehenge, but we were able to go to Stonehenge, and I was able to go up to the stones. Ugh. So that was fun. Think. National parks. I think I've told this before. I really do like the Canadian Provincial Park of Quetico, which is almost completely untouched by human hands and or reclaimed what was touched, and has water pretty much so pure that you can just drink straight out of the lakes. It's like on our Southwest vacation we went to a while ago. I remember we stopped by the Grand Canyon. That was pretty cool. The petrified forests, Meteor Crater, all very nice. Very, very, very nice. Very beautiful, very striking. And the U.S. National Forest Service and Parks Department is a cultural cornerstone of this nation. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Modern stuff, modern buildings, I can't really think of anything that strikes me.
Nice.
Ether, you scared the shit out of me. No, I've professed how much I love the architecture of Frank Lloyd Wright. And it's just I just love how I just love the art and design of all of that. So I guess like that's what strikes me more than that, is just interesting, beautiful buildings like that. I don't know how else to describe it more than to just like buildings are funny. How you doing, Ether? I'm glad you're here. Glad you're kicking around, buddy. God, if I mess up brick placement on these, this is going to be fun. He lived there, knew the area, and wanted to. So he illegally drove a truck underage and got paid by the government to do it and teach workers how to survive. Nice! And it's like, so the political machinations of Ayn Rand aside, I do kind of enjoy the Fountainhead. Not all the deep, not all the deep objectiveness and controversy of her particular way of thinking, which we won't get into. But just someone with an artistic vision standing up and saying, hey, let me do my thing. Testing my works, new training. A room full of engineers staying in their chairs and got seasick. What the hell kind of work has training in VR? I want to work there. Are you guys, like, using VR as, like, design platforms? Like VR AutoCAD? What? Or are you guys just using VR chat? Someone logs... the IT logs in and forgot to switch avatars. It's just... oh, God. And then HR is just like, we don't have a policy for personal avatars. We do now, but don't do that again. It's the meme of the lawyer with the cat filter. Yeah. I just can't find the button. Samurai or Night Owl? I hope you guys might have the answer to this. What are these plates called? Like, I don't think I've ever seen these particular pieces. Ugh. I can see that. I can see that, attaching them side by side and connection plates for road construction and things. Haha, yes. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, modular road tiles. Okay. How do you get those elements out of the inside? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, 5 and 6. Dump them out. I feel like I'm going to need a, ooh, that's an old piece. Feel like I'm going to need a slightly bigger, build area. Or, bring back the boom arm for my, camera. Alright. Let's have a, let's have a funny little think about this. Back to, Ether's, corporate VR training. What would be the worst avatar for IT to forget that they were in for logging in to corporate VR chat? And don't do low-hanging fruit like a very sultry furry avatar. That's just too easy. Or anyone naked. Biblically accurate Furby. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That would be... It's like, we didn't have any rules about this, but now we do. Your D&D character. Your catfish alt avatar. Sultry furry could be one and the same. Yep. One of the coolest things that I've seen, when Osborne shared his VR setup with us at one of the meetups. And one of the avatars he had downloaded was the, what is it? One of the avatars he had was the Kirov airship. And you switch to that, and you're just a big-ass frickin' blimp. And then you get to fly through the map and drop bombs on people. Your IT and you enter Zoom meetings as your Goblin Alchemist with mocap, motion cap 3D mobile. Oh, I found a game to play, guys. Space! Tim Curry. I love the fact that that was Tim Curry as the Russian premier, or president, or whatever it was for the, for that game. And I also love the lore behind that scene. In that they're just like, alright, we just need one take, we just need one take, we just need one take, where you don't bust up laughing. And it was pretty much physically impossible for him to not break out laughing. We are going to the one place that capitalism has not tainted. Space! God, I need to play Command and Conquer again. You can see him straining the deep breath before he yells space. I have it upstairs. No, like, Christ, what's his name, that played M. Bison in the shitty, in the shitty, Street Fighter movie? Raul Julia. I love... I don't love the fact that he was dying, like actively, like, dying of turbo-terminal cancer. But I love the fact that you can genuinely see him having so much fun making that movie and being an absolute lunatic on set, and not being treated with safety gloves, like from every interview and article I've read about that, like, he was having the time of his life acting and not being treated differently. And it's like he didn't care, because, like, what was he gonna do? Like, he didn't have to live with the consequences. He also used it expressly as a vacation for his family. Like he's just like, I will take this role, but I'm taking my family with me, and we're gonna spend our off time. And what I hate about it is there are apparently a lot of Raul Julia fans who do not like the fact that his final movie was a comedy action train wreck, and would have much rathered that his last role be like his serious role. But it's just like, hey, let the dying man have fun. You know? Yeah, no. I forgot that little bit of lore. Like he was about to turn down the role, and then his kids were just like, no, I love that game. Like, here, blah, blah. And then he called him back and was just like, yeah, no. I'm going to, I'll take it. But that man, like, it just reminds me, like all the clips and scenes that I see of him in the movie just remind me of Command and Conquer Tim Curry, of just, I'm not taking anything seriously, but we are professionals, and we are going to do this properly. Another interesting, like, media fact is I love the casual lore drops of Gomez Addams just casually being, like, extremely wealthy. Like apparently the Addams family in the comics and old lore is, like, known for being old money rich. and then Gomez inherited that fortune, and then people just kept coming up to him asking for money, and he's just like, yeah, sure, here, have some money. And apparently he has like a really successful alligator farm? Something absolutely insane. Like he has multiple businesses that sound like jokes but are wildly successful. But also, like I heard I was watching someone like break down the Addams Family, and it's just like, you know, you've often heard that the Addams Family is one of the most well-known dysfunctional families in media, but are they really? And he breaks down, like, objectively every single character in the Addams Family, and it's just like Gomez and Morticia are wildly in love with each other. And regularly shower each other with gifts and grand gestures, and let each other know how much they love and appreciate them. They take an active, attentive role in their child's upbringing and well-being, and actively encourage their hobbies and interests. And then they have, and then with Uncle Fester and shoot, I forget the lady, and Cousin It, like they actively care for a multi-generational household. Like, that's Grandma? Okay. But it's it's like when you think of like perfect TV families, you think of like Leave It to Beaver, or Leave It to Beaver, the Brady Bunch, or even like Andy Griffith. But it's just like, no, like, legitimately the goat of nuclear family, of like nuclear family living the American dream is the frickin' Addams Family. Like absolute goats of love and support. See you later, hippo. Kiss the camera. Mwah. Alright. Let's get serious. Okay. Oh boy. Goodbye. Uh, 1,063 feet. I read the introduction. Oh, buddy. Oh, okay. Click the orange pins. You're gonna need to get a King Kong. How many of these? Just the one. Interesting. Okay. Oh, because I only have the one. I feel like I'm going to need to get a third camera. Like one for construction area, one for prep area, one for me. Ooh. Gojira! Read the instructions, Doc. They don't tell you to do that like that. What time is it? 3 o'clock. Alright. Give me a second to see if the folks are home. Ah. There's a lot of them. Alright, fine. We are currently looking for family pictures. We have a kitty. We have a kitty. He's a good cat. And one thing that I've been enjoying about this set, more than most of late, is that I currently only have one extra piece. Hello.
We have this one.
Mm-hmm.
We have this one. And this one.
Alrighty.
What the F and H are you building now?
The Eiffel Tower.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Yep. That was a little kid me.
Flip it.
So we've got a picture of me looking straight up. That's my Uncle Josh. That's my grandma. And my Uncle Josh, and my Uncle Josh holding me upside down by the Eiffel Tower. It's another picture. No, I really do enjoy this one. Just pointing, just like, oh wow, that's tall.
Jesus, Phil, you've got 3 boxes in here.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes. There are 3 boxes. And then I just really just appreciate that with the that's a good picture with the tower out of focus in the background. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Your little suspenders.
Yes. Oh, hey, you've been to the Eiffel Tower. We have pictures. Yeah, but my brain doesn't. Hey, what's up, Heck? 38 months. Oh my jeebus. Oh, hey, Ditchy, you still here? got a question for you. We've got the subathon coming up. Would you like to try and get the Friday Night Magic crew together for a Commander game? I know the answer is yes. Oop! It's probably going to be the 27th or 28th. Also, yes, everyone, please stay tuned. We are trying to organize events and programming for the Great Beeple Subathon. Details are a little up in the air. You know how it is, trying to herd kittens. But we would love, love, love for all of you to show up with your show up and show your support and love for us and all of the nonsense that we do. I was about 1 or 2 years old in those pictures. So when you want to talk about wee baby tiny Doc, that was probably the weest and the tiniest. I do like how all of these road tiles line up, almost like that's what they were designed to do. Also, I love how this is not like a chunky, solid base. Because I cannot imagine this having to be completely solid. Again, just props to the Lego designers and their design principles. Because this is a very sturdy base now. Ooh, buddy. MILS? Don't know exactly what that is in reference to or what you are responding to. Jeez, us, this is large. Modular integrated landscape. Okay, okay. No, this is about like as solid of a base as I've ever seen. Also, I just noticed this. Guys. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I know that Lego designers love doing, and that's hiding flags in builds. Guys, can you see the flag? Yes, we have a flag. It's the tricolor. Oh my. Did my music stop? Maybe, I don't know. View all. Neoclassical New Age. Let's go with some Vaporwave. Oh me, oh my. This is about to get tedious. Remember what I was talking about when I was dreading the suddenly bricks steps? Question. If I started playing the Pokemon OST, that would flag us, right? Fair enough. Okay. You know what? You suggested this. And it did say... There you go. There's polka music on Epidemic. Ah. Yes, yeah, I know how appropriate it is to be playing German polka music while constructing a French national monument. I have already decided what my first cooking back is going to be. We are going to be making Oktoberfest schnitzel. Ah. Ah. Okay. Ba-da-ba. Oh, quick little break. Yeah, there we go. And 9 and 10 and boom, boom, ba-dum. Oh, the little shrubberies. We demand
a shrubbery. A rather nice one with a little two-tiered effect. Come on. Okay, this is... Ah, there we go. That is... I gotta get these little flower studs on the internal of these little plates. So I'm just going to do that first, like it told me to. It's almost like these designers know what they're talking about, so I'm going to just oops myself for that. Uh-oh. Did chat die? Oh, no, it's just the pieces were very stubborn. Once I put them in the modular. When they're not on there, they have a lack of play. And we need another shrubbery. I found a not a Lancelot. I found a King Arthur and Patsy at Gen Con. He had they had the full-on kit as a backpack on Patsy, and did the coconut thing up and down the hallway. It was great. I can't remember the first time my dad showed me Holy Grail. then we're just putting itty bitty pieces of foliage on itty bitty bricks. Yes, no, I'm definitely going to need to get a slightly better building set up just so that we can have a construction area and a preparation area. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Samurai. It's his. Alrighty, where do we go now? Where can it be now? Alrighty, and goodbye. Goodbye, flag. Okay, that legitimately... This base legitimately looks good. Oh god. Okay, 80. 80. Samurai, how long did it take for you to build this? Most of the Olympics. Oh, geez. That's a lot of time. Lovely. Anyway, so I was talking about, game. I don't know if I actually, mentioned it. I found a game to stream. And Night Owl knows what it is. But I'm going to lead with a question. Yes, ever since we finished Rogue Trader, I have been trying to figure out what I am going to stream next. So, has anyone played Obra Dinn? Return of the Obra Dinn. That's not what I'm going to play, mind you, but... Yes. Return of the Obra Dinn was one of my favorite gaming experiences I have ever played, ever. And I sincerely, sincerely, sincerely wish that I can play it again for the first time. Because now, it's like if I replay it, it's just like, alrighty, what is the soonest that I could figure out everyone's identities? And it's always the topman. But that was such a good game. And I don't think I've ever seen another game like it. But I think I found it. There is a new game out. And by new, I mean at least a couple of months old. Called The Root Trees Are Dead. And in The Root Trees Are Dead, I will continue this after I take a quick little bio break. Alright. What happened to the music? Please don't tell me that that's all... That's all the polka music that they have. Oh. Huh. What do we go with? Let's go with this. Yes, the root trees are dead. The root trees are dead. You play as a genealogist who has been tasked to trace the family lineage of the celebrity family, the Root Trees, to find out who is getting what in terms of inheritance, and uncovering other family secrets. And I've watched a little bit of the gameplay, and then immediately stopped because I knew I wanted to play it. Because it's set in 1998, and you use dial-up internet to track down the answers and research all of these people. And they get verified in groups of 3. And I'm just like, oh my, I need to play this, and I can't have any more of this game spoiled for me. So, we are going to play The Root Trees Are Dead. And I am going to say, pretty much every time that I get started playing it, I do not wish to take the experience of a blind playthrough away from anybody. So, if you enjoyed Obra Dinn and want a game experience like that, please pick up The Root Trees Are Dead and play it. And then I ask that when you come back to me, you do not spoil anything, because I wish to have that first playthrough experience. Yeah, it's like it's like apparently you're gonna go through like one of the tutorial identities that you solve is are of the sisters that died in the plane crash. And it describes that you get to the it describes that like you find the information on a fan site with purple with a purple background and hot pink text. And you get around the absolute nightmare of the of not being able to look at it by highlighting all of the text, and you read it that way. I'm saying all of this because that was as far as I really got watching the gentleman play the game, and then immediately stopped. And it's also the tutorial, you know. But just a little visual novelty with describing the look of the site. Which I would have loved to have seen them, like, actually make a fan site with a purple background and hot pink electric text. Because if that doesn't sound like the most 90s thing... said that I lost OBS. Are we okay? Ah, sweet. Okay, cool. But apparently there are secrets and things to discover in the game, and I am looking forward to sharing that experience with you all. I love the premise of Obra Dinn as well. Just, I love the premise of it. It's not, you're not some hero. You're not some grand player on the world stage. You are an insurance adjuster who has been given a rather interesting tool to do his job. You are like Joe Schmo, and it's just like all of these fantastical weird events happen, and you are observing them through an eldritch pocket watch. And then you're just like, ah yes, the captain killed the first mate. It's just the comedic disconnect between what he is observing and doing and the fact that it's literally just an insurance job is hilarious. Also, if anyone has not played Obra Dinn and has been looking for something of like a puzzle game, deductive mystery kind of thing, where you are not told the story, but you can piece it together. Please, like, look at Return of the Obra Dinn. It is a very, very, very good game. Possibly one of my top favorite games of all time. If you don't take my word for it, look up the no punctuation Yahtzee review of Obra Dinn. Like, if any of you are familiar with who Yahtzee is, and they're now in what is it, like Second Wind, after the great kerfuffling, after the great disagreement. You know, like, if you know who he is and how absolutely brutal he is in his reviews, he has very, very, very good things to say about the Return of the Obra Dinn. And I'm very glad that I found a game that strikes that same itch for me. So, I have a question for friends and viewers. Are there any games that you've found like Obra Dinn? Because I would love to play more of those deductive, piecing together story kind of games. It was a niche I didn't know I enjoyed. And it was just satisfying putting all the pieces together. Y'all are very quiet. I'm eating, give me a break. What you smacking on there, buddy? You know, sometimes I just like to listen to the smile. Aw, thank you. I'm on the clock. I can only do so much. Walks louder. Y'all are some silly geese. Okay. This is interesting. I'm missing a piece. I am legitimately missing a piece. So I'm going to count how many clear pieces are in this bag. And if there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, then I am legitimately missing a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I just dropped a piece, son of a bitch. Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Ugh. Excuse me. There is a piece I dropped. Okay. Ugh. Alright. No, I dumped everything out right here. So, what I think happened, and that's why I spun through the instructions, looking at all of this, there is not a step. There's not a step for an ingot piece. But there is a step for a clear 1x2 plate. So what I suspect is they weigh pretty much the same. So, that's going to be a call to what you call Lego and be like, hey, give me a piece, please. And again, this is another announcement that I cannot begin to overstate how helpful and friendly and legitimately concerned about their customers' experience with their product that Lego's customer service is. Now, granted, it might take like 2 weeks to arrive, but Lego gets you your pieces. They want you to have as much fun with your sets as they had building them, or designing them. I cannot begin to think of another company that has that great of customer service. Also, hey guys, you know that Powerball ticket? That one? No, I don't. Dude, you messed up my flow. I don't like this. Oh, that's... hold on. I don't necessarily like how this update made my Android look. But, y'all know that $1.8 billion Powerball? Apparently, the winning ticket was sold at my old gas station. I gotta text my other boss. No. No. I did not win. But it's literally the store that I was at for up until this week. Well, based out of up until this week. And like literally like 2 minutes up the road. Hey, what's up, Ramshackle? Sorry for the zoom out. This is a big build. I'm gonna finish up this bag, get some food in me, and then contact Lego, because I am missing I'm missing a piece. Also, I have to send Wookie a book. Hello, TK. How's it going, buddy? We're building the Eiffel Tower. And I got sent... Where'd the ingot go? Ah, poopy. I got sent an ingot instead of a clear window piece. No, I'm going to send him the updated visual TRO for 3052. The TRO with the new art. Count if physics decides to say F you and drops a big heavy thing on someone. Well, it's the old TRO, just re-released with new art. And back to Battletech, like, this is, again, like, wistful thinking and wishing, and I know it's very unlikely, but I would love another, like, turn-based commander game like Harebrained Schemes Battletech. What happened with Lamplighters is an absolute travesty, and everyone involved can take a long walk off a short pier. Because they had magic and they knew it. People just got greedy and wanted more money than licensing would allow. Technical readout. putting little cheese slopes. All around the rosy. We're getting close to quitting time, so I'm going to grab this. Hey, Pharisees. I will soon not be. Oh, damn, Pharisees. I guess you're gonna have to tell Tex and Dep that they gotta surrender their slot to me. Hey, you're the one. You're the one with that choice to make. I know there's Harebrained Schemes Battletech. What's the other one then? Oh, tabletop RPGs. Okay. Not the, like, not video games. Yes, and I think I've said this before, but my very, very, very first, tabletop RPG experience ever was BattleTech: A Time of War. All right. I could. All right, folks. What I think I am going to do. Can I just build these other two? Do you want me to build these other two things off camera? Or do you want me to build everything on camera? This is going to be a very fun build. Well, only 87... only 87 steps for this, though. Every inch in camera. Alrighty. Well, here we are with about 90% of the base, then. this and this are for these other two pedestals. Then we have light posts, trees, shrubs, and trees and shrubs. This is going to be fantastic. And if there is time to do that later, we will do that later. Let me look through these Legos really quick and see if I have something. I gotta organize my my not used Legos. I mean, I do. They're all over. Anyway. Nope, I don't have the thing, but I do have the internet. So give me 1 second. Where did I put the thing? The new TRO. That's all dirty.
So did the shell silver stain you?
What?
The missing piece?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm literally missing a piece. They sent me a gray ingot instead of a clear brick.
So
I'm gonna contact them
it's
and get it
something
shipped.
something that you gotta have to put it together?
No, it's literally here at one of the
External?
bases.
Okay.
So it's like, hopefully it gets here before I put things on top of it. Then I'll just go click.
Or anything else here dirty?
Yes.
Let me have that hanger that's on the underside of the chair there.
Yes.
Shirt?
No, I just wore it this morning.
Well, hang the goddamn thing up. You know, live in the house, a people house. Your chicken's upstairs.
Yes, I heard. But yeah, just updated art. Very nice art. Is the Marauder. We actually have a quad mech. Oh my. I don't know if I like that. And this is an Atlas. Commander of Lord Kirita's forces, Cherenkov's Atlas is seldom seen in the vicinity of a raging battle. Preferring to park his red Atlas next to a mobile HQ, he uses it only in an emergency or when inspecting troops. The general is as abrasive as he is fat. The current joke among his troops is that the Atlas is the only mech that can carry his weight, and that even its leg actuators groan under the strain. Lambs. We got a Stinger. We got a Wasp. The Phoenix Hawk. No Irby Lamb. Stuka. I'm trying to find, is there an alicorn in this book? Oh, there's not an alicorn in here? I wanted to read to you about the funny thing that alicorn, that alicorns do. Apparently, alicorns have a very specific gear ratio when setting a very specific part. And to reset the tank treads or something, it needs a very specific device. And is very fiddly to use. But apparently, a certain Fedson's beer manufacturer makes beer in a pyramid can that is the exact right shape to reset these tank treads. And it has become common practice among alicorn pilots to note that for the maintenance and upkeep of this tank, we need a supply of pyramid beer, not beer cans, or not. I think what it is like it's noted that that only recently emptied cans have the right size and the right size and ductileness to do what they need. Because if they're full, they're slightly bulging. And if they're long empty, they're brittle. I love it. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me today. I'm going to get out of here and pave the way for Tep and Dex. Tex and Dep. Dep and Tex. However you want to say that. It's been a real pleasure. I am going to eat and then yell at Lego to send me a brick. Farewell, everybody. I am looking forward to the rest of this build. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hail Cargonia.
Hold on. Land of stolen things, obey the quartermaster, unless he's a ling. Miners don't die today. Cargo techs push freight. Our enemies in disarray. All hail Cargonia.
Get back to work.